Hi, this is Garvey Campbell, and you are watching Carnival 24. Coming up, Liat may face imminent liquidation. The Toronto Carnival takes its carnival online. Doctors from St. George's University take on the virus in Las Vegas. Caribbean rum producers retain benefits from Brexit tariffs. Bermuda holds its first Mary Prince Day during Bermuda Cup Weekend. And Sugar Mass appoints a brand new chairperson with brand new plans. Keep watching. We hope you enjoy this week's show. Make sure you like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And if you're watching this on Facebook and want to see our most recent stories today, then make sure you subscribe to the Carnival 24 YouTube page. We release these videos 2 weeks earlier than we put them up on social media. And click on the little bell icon to make sure you don't miss any of our shows in future. And also, while Carnival in Grenada has been cancelled, Spice Mass are currently holding online shows of Carnival talent every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Caribbean time. The first show took place on the 25th of June, and the most recent show included live performances from local artists such as Sinner, Tall Pre, Brother B, Pappy Boy, and Master KG. The show is called Carnival City, and it can be found right now on the Spice Mass YouTube and Facebook page. And now, on with the show. After helping to connect islands in the Caribbean region for decades, Liat Airlines may soon end its operations permanently. During a meeting on June 27th with major shareholder governments of Liat due to its insolvency, which has been exacerbated by the drop in regional travel due to the virus, after an inability to obtain further investment from shareholders and the failed attempt to buy shares of the airline from Barbados in order to streamline and save the airline, it was unanimously agreed by everyone who attended that there would be liquidation of the airline due to the airline's inability to pay its debts. However, Prime Minister Gaston Brown, who was not present at the meeting, has requested a meeting in order to discuss the possibility of saving the airline by attempting to restructure it. And if that fails, then begin the creation of a new Liat airline. During an interview, Gaston Brown recognised that although Liat was bloated, significant cuts were needed to make the company efficient, and he said that this was the opportune time to do so, saying, "The virus has given us the opportunity to deal with Liat once and for all, to get it right. It should not be the opportunity to preside over the demise of Liat and to bury it. Antigua does not accept that." While the closure of Liat will mean a loss of jobs and the possibility of reduced connectivity between the Caribbean islands it served, in a recent statement, Dominica's Minister of Tourism, Denise Charles, said, "I want to make it clear to all Dominicans and potential travellers to Dominica that the gap Liat has created has also created an opportunity for many other agencies." And she followed up by saying that the government has received over 5 proposals which they're currently assessing, and they'll be able to make an announcement once they've completed their assessment. While the final impact of the region losing Liat is still unknown, Gaston Brown has made it clear he prefers the idea of a single airline that serves the entire region, rather than a series of smaller airlines that serve a limited number of flight routes and islands. But tell us, what do you think? Should Liat be dissolved or saved? Let us know in the comments section. The virus has forced Toronto Carnival organisers to adapt and overcome by taking their carnival online. Toronto's Carnival was established in 1967 as part of Canada's centennial celebrations, and it's grown into North America's largest event of its kind, with over 1 million participants annually, and showcases the very best of Canadian Caribbean culture and arts. This year's Carnival season kicked off on July the 1st with a virtual performance from William Leathers, a 19-year-old trumpet player from Mississauga in Canada, and was followed by a public address from Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada. In an interview with Toronto Caribbean Carnival's CEO, Anessa O'Malley, she said the challenge of creating a virtual carnival is replicating the road experience and Grand Parade online, because during Carnival, naturally, people want to be close together. She recently announced her plan to connect revelers who want to enjoy the feeling of a carnival at home with DJs from across the world, Caribbean artists, and each other. With this in mind, on August the 1st, the Grand Parade of the Toronto Carnival will be replaced with an online Toronto Carnival experience that's set to be broadcast through Twitch TV, Facebook Live and Zoom. The virtual parade will begin at 9 a.m. with a DJ in Australia and goes across to Asia to spotlight the vibrant soca scene in Japan. It then crosses over through Europe into the Caribbean and stops off in Miami and Atlanta among other spots before landing in Toronto with Dr. J the Soca Prince and The Bandit. The show will also include pre-recorded performances from Caribbean artists and user-submitted favourite moments from past carnivals. And to the revellers who register in advance, to be part of the virtual parade, all you need is Zoom and a costume, whether it's an old costume or something you put together at home. To find out more, we recommend visiting the Toronto Carnival website at www.torontocarnival.ca. 14 graduates from St. George's University have flown to Las Vegas to help with staff shortages due to the virus. The Caribbean island of Grenada may be small, with a population of fewer than 113,000, but it's a powerhouse when it comes to training new doctors. 14 recent graduates from St. George's University arrived in Nevada last month to start their residencies, including 11 in the Las Vegas Valley, and all but 2 are in family medicine or internal medicine. Both are areas where Nevada is in short supply of physicians. Dr. G. Richard Oles, president of St. George's University, said, "Having residency training programs is particularly important, particularly because of the virus, which really stresses the hospital system, particularly from a manpower standpoint. One big benefit is that graduates of the International Medical School that overlooks True Blue Bay are far more likely to work in low-income, rural, and majority-minority geographic areas. And graduates of the university are also more likely than US medical school graduates to go into primary care, an area where there's a big shortage of doctors nationwide. The situation is particularly bad in Nevada, which ranks 48th nationwide for the number of primary care doctors per 100,000 residents, according to a January UNR report." St. George's University is a private English-speaking university founded in 1976 and has a medical degree program as well as veterinary medicine, public health, health sciences, nursing arts and sciences and business programs. The school that overlooks True Blue Bay has drawn students and employees from more than 140 countries, and this year it's sending more than 1,100 graduates to residencies in the United States and Canada. Once students graduate from the medical school, they're required to complete a residency, which is typically 3 years for family or internal medicine and longer for other specialities. The university says it's the #1 producer of new physicians for first-year residency programs in the United States, and that 96% of its students in 2018 passed the United States Medical Licensing Exam, Step 1, on the first try. All 14 graduates have already started working within their new residencies and in the fight against the virus. After concern that Brexit would lead to increased costs of Caribbean rum producers have been given some great news. Despite changes coming as a result of Brexit, Caribbean rum will continue to be protected from unfair competition from subsidised cheap rum entering the UK market from other countries. Following the UK's exit from the European Union on 31st of December 2020, the existing tariffs will remain, and Caribbean rum producers will continue to benefit from a joint effort agreement negotiated by the industry and Caribbean governments to ensure the tariff on low-priced products remains in place. In late May, the UK published its new global tariff, which contains the list of import duties that will be implemented once the UK leaves the EU and takes control of its own trade regime at the end of 2020. Following a concerted effort by the region's rum industry, CARICOM and CARIFORUM governments, the UK has maintained the residual tariff on rum. Kamal Samaru, chairman of the WIRSPA, explained that this vital and protective measure, put in place by Europe some 2 decades ago, followed intense lobbying by the WIRSPA producers, in collaboration with our counterparts in the French departments of Martinique and Guadeloupe. Its maintenance goes some way to levelling the playing field for our producers, he added. We wish to extend our sincere gratitude, both to our Caribbean governments and to the UK for this very positive result. According to the WIRSPA, the protective tariff was put in place to protect Caribbean rum producers from low-priced products originating from countries which provide extensive subsidies to their local sugar and rum producers. Prior to the establishment of the tariff, studies had indicated that over 85% of the world production of alcohol was subsidised in one way or another. Clement Lawrence, head of the Jamaica rum industry and chairman of Ray & Nephew, said, "The tariff continues to afford Jamaica producers of branded and specialised rum valuable protection in the market. This has played a big role in supporting the growth of Jamaican rum in overseas markets, and its absence would lead to a decrease in the region's share of the EU market." According to Vaughan Renwick, the CEO of WIRSPA, he said, "While this is a very positive outcome for the industry and the road ahead is still uncertain, we do hope the UK and the EU are able to agree to a trade agreement that allows our products to move through Europe without additional red tape and costs. Going forward, we'll also continue to work with governments to ensure this arrangement remains and that limited protections are not traded away in future negotiations." The Minister of Community Affairs and Sport in Bermuda has confirmed the virus won't stop Bermuda from celebrating one of their biggest summer events. A combination of history, culture and sport will shape a series of online broadcasts to celebrate the Cup Match holiday, including the first Mary Prince Day. The Emancipation Day in Bermuda is traditionally observed on the first day of the Cup Match holiday, and Cup Match is one of Bermuda's biggest events of the year and takes place over 2 days in summer. The event is centred around a big cricket match between 2 island rivals, St George's and Somerset. But the fun continues all weekend long with concerts, beach parties and plenty of food and drink. This year, for the first time in history, on the second day of the holiday, the community on Bermuda will celebrate one of Bermuda's national heroes, Mary Prince, who was the first enslaved woman in the British West Indies to give a formal account of her life, and her autobiography was considered so authentic and poignant that it contributed to the abolition of slavery in Bermuda and the British Caribbean across the then British Empire in 1834. MPs approved the move in February to rename the Summer's Day holiday in honour of the campaigner for the abolition of slavery, with support from both sides of the House of Assembly. While the social distancing measures to limit the spread of the virus has meant that people cannot come together to celebrate, Lovita Fogo, the Minister of Community Affairs and Sports, is confident that the alternative online concept will exceed expectation, and she went on to say, as a snapshot of what can be expected, the celebrations will include a full 2-day lineup of community and cultural affairs and CITV programming, which includes social media partnerships engaging the community about the uniqueness of Cup Match, past footage of matches, and interviews with past and present players. They'll also release a full schedule of CITV's offerings closer to the date. So although the 2-day cricket match won't take place, our holiday observances will, and we believe we have the right mix of events to ensure a memorable virtual holiday experience. For further information, we recommend visiting Bermuda's government website, which has a page with details of each of the Cup Match events. The Carnival in St Kitts has brand new leadership with brand new ideas. Each year from November to January, the streets of St Kitts come alive to celebrate Sugar Mass, the Carnival in St Kitts. And this year, the beginning of July saw the appointment of 2 new leaders for the St Kitts Carnival. The first was Miss Hazel Webster as the new Director of Carnival, and the second was Miss Shannon Hawley as the new Chairperson of Carnival. Miss Hazel has had 29 years worth of experience in the private sector and also served as a director on the board for the St Kitts Tourism Authority. And Shannon Hawley is an international business executive with extensive online and overseas experience in business development, marketing and sales. This is Shannon's second appointment as Carnival Chairperson, and her role as Chair of the National Carnival Committee will focus on working in collaboration with key Carnival stakeholders and event promoters to enhance the National Carnival's brand while maintaining its culture and its tradition. In an interview, Shannon said she intends to involve all stakeholders and sponsors crafting an even bigger and better Sugar Mass. This is essential, as in order for any carnival to be successful, it needs to satisfy the needs of the carnival, the private and public businesses, such as local businesses, sponsors and tourism, and of course the people who go to the carnival each and every year. In another interview earlier this month regarding Shannon's plans for Sugar Mass, she said she intends to involve all stakeholders and sponsors crafting an even bigger and better Sugar Mass. Miss Hawley pressed the point home, saying that this year's carnival will be all about working together with sponsors, building on our past carnival experience, and looking at other regional and international carnivals and seeing where we can make improvements to our own carnival, working very closely with carnival stakeholders so that we can successfully build on a product that we have so far. The exact date for the beginning of Sugar Mass have yet to be confirmed, but details can be found at www.skncarnival.com. And if you're interested in checking out the carnival, then head over to Carnival Escapades and check out our packaged carnival trips designed to ensure that you don't miss any of the events that we talk about on our show. And one of the trips we have is for the St Kitts and Nevis Carnival, Sugar Mass. So, those are our stories for this week, and this week's tune of the week is Feeling Good by Patrice Murrell. Patrice Murrell is an artist from the Bahamas, and within the past few years, Patrice has received multiple awards from her success as a singer and songwriter. Her most notable awards are Bahamas Top Music Award for her song Come to Wave, and her Contemporary Song of the Year Award for her tune, Feeling Good. So, we really love this tune and we know you will too. This is Garvey Campbell, and you have been watching Carnival 24. We'll see you next time.
Patrice Murrell. Here we go again. Woke up this morning, time to face a new day. Ain't gonna let nobody pull me down, they can't get my way. See, since I was small, I'm not cure at all. The music take control of me, I just mine. Right now